Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make, use, and charge the Mekanism Jetpack. The Mekanism Jetpack is one of the many ways to gain the ability to fly in Sky Factory 4, but it's one I probably get quite a few questions about, so I was happy to cover it for you all today. Now, if you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button so that way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. All right. So, a couple things we're going to do today. Right off the bat, we're going to build a jetpack. And a jetpack is going to be a basic control circuit, 2 steel ingots, 3 tin ingots, and a basic gas tank. There's also an armored jetpack, is that original jetpack added to 2 bronze ingots, block of steel, and 2 crushed diamonds. And we're also going to need an electrolytic separator, which is 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, 2 enriched alloy, and an electrolytic core. All right, so let's take a look at these. So when you build your jetpack, it's going to look a lot like this. The jetpack itself, you equip it just as you would a regular piece of chest armor. Now, because it is chest armor, it means you cannot wear other armor in this slot. So if you're trying to use a set of gear that gives you a perk or bonus for having all 4 parts, you will not be able to receive that while wearing the jetpack. The armored jetpack, on the other hand, does have some armor to it, so it can help protect you over the regular jetpack. But the use of the devices are exactly the same. Before we can use them, we need to get some fuel in there. So if you look at the bottom, we've got these little black bars showing you that these are empty. This is what we need our electrolytic separator for. You're going to need some form of water source. Any source will do. I'll put the electrolytic separator here. I've already got a power source running to it. You see it has power inside. Now, you want to connect your water source to the front of this block. Now, you can just run from any water source you want, including original infinite water pool, using a cyclic water cable. I like to just go ahead and put a compact or one form of the infinite water source blocks in here. Takes care of all of it for you. So we click on this. You're going to see that it's going to start filling with water. This machine is going to break that water down into 2 different materials, hydrogen and oxygen. Now, you can actually charge this jetpack in any block from Mekanism that has a hydrogen slot with a space underneath. So this is basically where you could put in one of the basic tanks I mentioned earlier, and it would fill up a tank of that fuel. You can go ahead and put your jetpack in there, and it will use that hydrogen to fill it. So hydrogen is the fuel that fuels your jetpack. You see, I pulled all that out there, and it's just barely moved my bar. So it will use a lot of hydrogen to fill this all the way up, which is nice, means it lasts a long time. If you have an electrolytic separator specifically designed for your jetpack, one thing I recommend is over here on the right where it says idle, change that to dumping excess. By doing so, when the oxygen gets full, it will not shut down the machine. If it's just idle, it'll stop producing when it has no room to put oxygen in it. But dumping excess means when the oxygen gets to the top, any more oxygen will just be wasted into the void, which will continue storing your hydrogen. The armored jetpack works the exact same way. Placing that inside of here will get that charged for you. You can also, if you have a tank of hydrogen or a machine that's putting hydrogen into a tank, you can put the jetpack where the tank was and it'll feed in as well. But the electrolytic separator is the easiest way I've found to recharge this jetpack. All right, so how do they work? I've already got one all charged up, ready to go. Go ahead and put it on and we'll take a look at it. So now that I have the jetpack on, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, it's going to say mode regular and the amount of hydrogen I have. So it tells you how much fuel is left in there so you don't fall and die when you're running out of fuel, and it'll tell you what mode it's in. By pressing the G key, you can change the mode. You can hear the sound there. So there's regular mode, hover mode, and disable. The regular mode is where it is by default. This works just like many of the other jetpacks that you see. By pressing the space bar, you can go up, and it will move pretty quickly up and down. Now, this will give you fall damage if you don't have some type of protection on your feet. So you could be using, again, if you're in Mechanism, you could be using the free runners, which will protect you from fall damage as long as they charge. You can be using slime boots. There's a lot of different equipment you can use that will keep you from accepting fall damage. So in regular mode, it just goes up and down quickly. Let go of the spacebar to come back down. Now, pressing G, hover mode. Hover mode will keep you at the same height at all times. So I'm just moving around. Now you'll see that it's not super fast, but it is steady. It's not going up or down. It will maintain the same height. Now in this mode, it is constantly using hydrogen. So you will go through your fuel a bit faster in this setting than you would in regular. But if you're just trying to fly through a specific area and you're not wanting to go up or down, this is a very, very easy way to zip around and do this. Okay. Now the last option, of course, is disable, which means now I'm in space. It's not moving at all. I've turned it off, so I don't have to worry about it. Maybe I'm just walking around building something, hopping around, and I don't want to fly. You can turn it off, which is really nice. Some of the other flying options don't give you that option to turn on and off just from a hotkey. So it's kind of a nice thing to have. And you get that cool little sound effect every time you turn it on or off. Now, if you go into your options, controls, and scroll down to Mechanism, you'll see that the key I was using, the G key, which is armor mode switch, is G. It is double bound. So depending on how you bound your keys, it is possible if the G is not working for you, you may need to go in here and rebind G to a different key that is not currently bound to something else. If it's red, that means it's bound to something else. Doesn't mean it won't work, depending on what it's bound with. It may still work, but if it's an active button, a button that turns a feature on or off, and they both do that, they can conflict. So if G does not seem to be working for you to change the mode, go into here and change the G to something else. Or find the other thing, set the G and change that. But that way it'll work. But this will give you the ability to fly relatively up and down faster. It's actually probably one of the fastest ways to go up in flying that I found. And you got the cool little flame trail. Take a look there. Pretty groovy looking. There we go. So, that is the Mekanism Jetpack. This was a request from one of the users in the comments of one of my videos, so thank you very much for the request for this tutorial. It was fun to put together. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put those down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back with you as quickly as I possibly can, as well as any suggestions or recommendations you may have for other tutorials that you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, OnlydravenGaming, and there at the top you'll find a button that'll take you in our Discord channel if you want to come in and ask questions in Discord. Down at the bottom of that homepage is a place where you can submit requests or questions via email. While you're there, you'll also see my streaming schedule, links to all my tutorials and videos, links to all my social media accounts, as well as the ODG store for some cool ODG merch, should you be inclined. But a lot of great resources on the website. Highly recommend checking it out. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.